Start time of this thing is 8.
A jeep laden with vaccine coolers drives away. Now drummers lead a parade through the city.
By mid-morning, the campaign is in high gear. This is Vaccination Indian style, a vast pageant of parades, rallies, and street theater.
People dance, wave, and carry banners. Workers walk a dirt street carrying vaccine coolers.
The goal is to get every child to one of the 350 vaccination stations that have been set up throughout the city.
A yellow banner shows a child receiving drops of polio vaccine.
See the microplastic?
But behind the scenes, there are problems for Nason and Sudeep to overcome, even at the very first vaccination station they visit.
Nason and Sudeep approach a line of children waiting at an outdoor table. A worker opens a vaccine cooler.
Unlike smallpox vaccine, polio vaccine deteriorates quickly when it's taken from the ice packs. So heat-sensitive labels on the vials turn different warning colors as the fluid passes through 4 stages of deterioration.
Nason points to a bottle.
How many stages are there?
2, 3. No, 3.
It's 4. Is this what you call training, you shameless creature?
Sudeep leans closer.
Don't you feel ashamed?
When were they last trained?
She did not get trained in this round. She was last round.
How about this gentleman?
Sudeep eyes the other workers. They stare back.
You haven't been to training, have you?
No. Okay, that's okay. Can they...
He didn't go. Don't tell me fairy tales. Why did you replace a team member without telling anyone?
To keep the program on track here, Nason and Sudeep have to replace these workers with a properly trained team. Meanwhile, more and more join in the campaign. And there is good news. School children are bringing out their younger siblings for vaccination, just as they were asked to. There is a momentum building. But Nason and Sudeep have to make sure everyone is doing their job correctly.
A train rolls through a crowded platform.
The spread of disease by people on trains, first noted by the smallpox warriors, is no less real today. If vaccinators can't get to children on the move, the whole polio campaign will be lost. Yet this post is clearly missing scores of targets. They've only vaccinated 72 children over the entire morning.
Sudeep, it's 72 kids, man.
And there's more on the platform.
There's 72 kids an hour here.
We have more than 72 children on this platform alone. Don't you see how many children there are here?
Sudeep, ask them how they're doing it. Wouldn't it be better to get a train? Are they boarding the train? Are they catching trains as they come in?
We're not here just for fun. You've got to hop onto trains and ask people to get their kids vaccinated.
So Sudeep boards a train and shows them how it should be done.
Sudeep walks through a crowded train car.
Has your child had polio drops?
He points to young children. A worker follows him through the car, giving drops to infants and toddlers. On the platform, a father holds his young son and smiles as he gets his drops. At night, jubilant paraders carry flaming torches and wave a UNICEF banner.
By nightfall in Aligarh, the rallies are still going strong. By morning, they will know just how successful their campaign has been.
Morning. On a dirt street, children gather around Nason and Sudeep as they meet with UNICEF workers.
Where is the child map for this village?
It seems the vast majority in Aligarh have indeed been vaccinated. But now an exhausted Nason and Sudeep have to lead a smaller team to root out children who have missed their drops.
Nason studies a map.
One child in this house. House number 12. 2 children here. Huh? Can we go check the houses? Sure.
The only way to get to stragglers is to go house by house, checking the finger markings. It's a tedious process that will take a week.
Are there any children under 5 in your
The next house to yours. How many children under 5 live there?
None.
You're saying there aren't any?
None.
The map says there is one.
We need to become the masters of information about all children under 5. We're like the guardians, right? We should know better than anybody else in the village the condition, the welfare of the children under 5.
A young man in a UNICEF cap nods his head.
In the weeks and months that followed, there were no new cases of polio in Aligarh. And throughout India, fewer and fewer cases are appearing.
Now a white jeep drives on a paved road followed by a horse cart.
David Heyman, who runs the polio program for the WHO, visits rural Indian villages to see if isolated infections are still occurring. He goes to one town where polio had been rife.
A father holds a toddler.
Does he think the child is regaining some strength, is that right? So she's having physical therapy.
The father nods. Heyman approaches a woman holding a young girl. He examines the girl's thin legs dangling over her mother's arm.
Heyman believes that the handful of paralyzed children he finds here could be the very last polio victims in India.
I speak for all of the people working on polio eradication that when the last case of polio does occur, there will be a great satisfaction that, again, a disease has disappeared from the world.
Have they taken? Have they had?